I know a lot about Max Landis, like, too much. I know what movies he's written, where he went to school, that he used to be on lithium, that he came of age during the twilight of his father's career, an experience which no doubt left a lasting impact on him, and is probably the reason he successfully sought fame through YouTube and Twitter, so that even if he remains a mid-tier screenwriter, he'll still have amounted to something. So last week, after watching The Death and Return of Superman for like the billionth time, seriously, if you haven't seen The Death and Return of Superman, what are you doing with your life? I became a fan of the short's creator, the most well-known / divisive mid-tier screenwriter in Hollywood, Max Landis. And as you do, I started watching his interviews, vlogs, and whatnot, and I noticed something. He's got this, like, Ezra Miller aesthetic, and rainbow flags in his apartment, and rainbow hair. Is Max Landis gay? So I did the sensible thing and went to the personal section of his Wikipedia page. And it said this. But then reality set in. Why do I care? Do I want to fuck Max Landis? I'm not the only one who cares, I swear. I googled, is Max Landis gay, and I found a website dedicated to people voting on whether or not certain celebrities are gay. Why do people care about this? The common argument is, we like to imagine, or at least hope, that people we want to have sex with want to have sex with us. If their orientation is incompatible with our own, then they can't have sex with us, or at the very least, they'd be unlikely to enjoy it. Except, as every queer person has to explain, just because you're attracted to a certain gender doesn't mean you're attracted to everyone of that gender. Also, let's be honest, it's not as though I'm touching myself in the shower going, "Oh, Max Landis, Max Landis!" I mean, he's like 30. Now, I know what you're thinking. Speculating on someone's sexual orientation based on how they dress and act is wildly homophobic, and yes, it is. But bear with me. Information is intimacy. We get to know our friends, where they're from, what they like or dislike, how they relate to their family and their other friends. And that's how we define our relationship to them, how well we know them. Which brings us to a weird place when it comes to these YouTube celebrities. They share intimate details with us, and we feel like we know them because of that intimacy. Except we don't. That's probably why the YouTube sexual abuse scandal of 2014 was so painful for the community. It was like finding out that some of our best friends just happened to be rapists. That's probably why Alex Day still has fans, despite being the epicenter of that scandal. This isn't just a YouTube thing. Think about Bill Cosby. For my parents' generation, he was like America's dad. And now, because of the scandal surrounding him, his entire body of work is ruined.
I love your neck, honey.
Well, it certainly is nice to see them work things out for themselves.
They haven't worked anything out for themselves. It's my barbecue sauce.
Your barbecue sauce.
My barbecue sauce. Haven't you ever noticed after people have some of my barbecue sauce, after a while when it kicks in, they get all huggy-buggy?
Oh, stop.
I'm dead serious. Haven't you ever noticed that after one of my barbecues and they have the sauce, people want to get right home? Let me tell you something else. I got a cup of it up on the night table and I got a cup of it, I said. Left it up there breathing. Why don't you give the chicken to these people that's going up and have some sauce?
So here's the rest of the chicken, you guys.
Like, we can't watch that scene without thinking about Cosby's history of roofying women. That's not true of actors like Casey Affleck. That guy won a fucking Oscar! And that's because Cosby's persona is so tied to his character from The Cosby Show. We, as the audience, believe that he has a strong moral moral code. And so we feel betrayed when it turns out that he's actually a pretty shitty guy. Hell, that's why some people still think that all 50 or so women who have now come out against him are lying. We feel like these people are our friends. And like with our friends, we want to know everything about them. Or worse yet, but in the same vein, we treat YouTubers like they're fictional characters. YouTuber fanfiction is this bizarre yet wildly popular fanfiction subgenre, which initially just seems super weird. And yeah, fair. But if we think about it for a second, it makes sense. What separates fictional YouTubers like Poppy, Lonely Girl 15 from users like Marina Joyce, Onision, Nicole Arbor? Is it when the YouTuber takes a false name, or when they misrepresent information about themselves? Or is it when they read from a script? When the person is the persona, what part are we allowed to treat as fiction? With fictional characters, knowing all about them is half the fun. Publishers put out books of extra information, and fans make wikis dedicated to the characters. We get to know these fictional characters through research. And through that research, we make them ours. So we apply the same principles to YouTubers, and want to know everything about them. In actuality, YouTuber celebrities, they exist somewhere in between. The Max Landis I know is, at the end of the day, a persona, made up of information he's shared in his vlogs, on his social media, in interviews. I know Max Landis the way one knows a fictional character, except unlike a fictional character, he's real. I'm pretty sure. It's like the episode of Black Mirror. Be right back. Yeah, the widow can create an android of her dead husband using his social media interactions. But it's not him. It's missing the difficult-to-describe connective tissue of personality. But if you're not, married to the person, or even know them particularly well, it's hard to notice that connective tissue. I have an intimate relationship with Max Landis' persona. I watch his videos late at night.
Want that, Herbert?
He makes me laugh, he makes me realize deep truths about my life, and in all likelihood, he'll never meet me. So, what's my relationship to him? Hey! Thanks for watching my video. Inevitably someone has already commented on this video, you know he's not gay, right? To which I have to say,
immediate greater success. I'm not gay.
Video?
Yet.
Yeah, I know he's not gay. That's not what this video is about. Max Landis, if you're watching this, thank you. And also, are you okay? Like, the other thing I noticed in watching all your interviews and vlogs and whatnot is you talk about blowing your brains out, like, a lot. And it's a little concerning. Just saying. So follow me on Twitter @themusesapho. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the playlist on my channel. Thanks for watching.